This might be an early college football playoff preview and a chance for a top 10 team in the land to lean on the energy from the home crowd and knock off the #1 team in the country. Welcome to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Longhorns will kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Ohio State's offense will get first crack at it today. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football, and one of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position, and these are two of the best in the entire country.
Off the play fake. Got a man, it's Peoples. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before they'll recycle that down marker.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Off play action on first down. It's caught downfield. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. The time-honored phrase for a quarterback is field general. This dude in this environment, he's like a stadium commander. He's like an elevated rank above field general.
He's like an orchestrator. He knows how to set them off and bring it up and bring the excitement with the big plays and make it look easy time and time again. And that's why this offense is so impressive.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Under fire. That's caught. It's Rodgers. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
Wants to throw. It's Sayin. Wide open downfield. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You got to fight fire with fire. You got to fight speed with speed. There's a receiver with the ball out in the open field trying to get the corner, but a cornerback with the same type of speed and athleticism able to make the tackle. Nice job.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Got it in the middle. It's Smith. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
They'll move the wide receiver. Going up top again. And the third down pass is incomplete.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Texas Longhorns offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollock, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him human?
The Buckeyes and the Longhorns squared off in just a fabulous game. Cotton Bowl college football playoff semifinal a year ago. Texas fought, but it was Jack Sawyer, David, etching himself forever in Buckeye lore.
Yeah, Jack Sawyer called game. He basically said, we're ending this. Ohio State continued their dominance in the red zone. They were unbelievable last year, just the physicality. So now, Jesse, can Texas meet that physicality? Do they have a little bit of anger from last year's game?
And do they have more playmaking ability from the quarterback position? I think that was one criticism a lot of Texas fans had. Arch Manning now at the helm. Can he be the difference in this matchup? That's the question.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. To the air, it's Manning. Pulls it in, it's Moore. Will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Motion from the wideout. Using his legs, it's Peoples. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
In college football, you see this a ton now. And you use the quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
Here on 3rd down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And the Buckeyes will punt it away on 4th down. They'll look to pin him deep. coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got his man quickly. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react in plays. So this can certainly open things up later on.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. The give to the back. Turning it on! Doing some serious work on the ground. Out of bounds at the 35 after that big run.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing ends of the field. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And they stop him again for no gain, and it will be 3rd down.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Oh, and the attempt is no good. So after the missed kick, it's still 3-0.
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. Kickers have to come through. They got to do their job.
Using his legs, it's Peoples. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DBs tackle like that.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Throws to the back. Caught close to the marker. It's Peoples. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
And And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Zips it out to his man. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Buckeyes have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Off play action. Here's a heat. A strike downfield. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
This is good news for the offense here because they've got their Heisman-caliber receiver in a bit of a groove. Back-to-back catches. The defense has no answer for him. I would keep force-feeding him the football because he's catching fire right now.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
When the offense gets in those multiple tight end looks, you kind of have a good understanding of what's coming. You don't know where the ball's going necessarily, but they'll put those big old bodies in there to block, to move people, to put more mass on the field, especially once you get in this red area where you have to be able to run the football effectively. Those passing windows tend to shrink a lot.
Fires to the tight end. There's a live football. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Back to throw, it's Manning. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
That's a nice-looking catch on that play, and I know Texas is known for DBs, and they're known for having really good running backs. Not a lot of great receivers over the years. I'll tell you what, though, this guy has really showed up in this game. He's making plays, and I know they want to continue to build a legacy at this position here in this program.
They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. End off from the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Manning. Unloads it left. Makes a connection. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And the Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll try the run. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
This offense better start finding a way to cap off these drives with points. We haven't seen that now in the last 2 drives. Last one, they were moving the ball pretty nicely, came away with nothing. This drive, it's looking to be more of the same. And normally when you give up sacks, especially on 3rd down, that's what's going to happen.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Makes the grab. He's brought down right at the 13-yard line. Still a ways to go to make it to the line to gain. Let's see what they do on 4th. So they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Oh, the attempt is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
Well, that's now the 2nd missed field goal for this kicker. And I'll tell you this, you can't blame the weather for all this. This is a beautiful day. He needs to do better executing these field goals.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Grab behind the line. It's Peoples. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
How about that play by the speed back? We hear about speed backs, and he's not the guy that runs in between the tackles. But let me tell you something. When you're trying to catch a guy like that and you're running full speed with everything you have, a lot of time you're just trying to get him to the ground, and you're not trying to put a good shot on him, and then all of a sudden they're breaking tackles. Great job by that young man.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Columbus for an entertaining first half than you? And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. Time to put an end to the speculation and find out there inside the horseshoe.
The Buckeyes will boot it away to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Got his man in the middle. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there. Guys, the levels of hype and impatience awaiting the arrival of Arch Manning pretty much unsustainable over the last couple of years. Meanwhile, Quinn Ewers was pretty doggone good. But Arch is pretty deserving of all of this attention, I'd say, Jesse.
He's very, very talented. That jumps off the film when you watch him. You can see why he was so highly regarded coming out of high school. You can see why Texas fans are so impatient to finally watch what he does this year. Now, it's one thing to do it against Louisiana Monroe. It's one thing to do it against UTSA and Mississippi State. Can he do it against the Georgias? Can he do it against the big boys in the SEC on a consistent basis? We can't wait to find out.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Wingo. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. The run from the shotgun. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
And there was no space, nowhere to go. That play went absolutely nowhere.
Sometimes you just need a dude to show up and make a play, and he did.
But sometimes you just need to block that dude, and they didn't.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Manning. It's complete on the right side.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. They'll run the sneak for it. The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the catch, it's Wingo.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Longhorns can really attack on this 2nd and short. Give to the running back. Across the 15. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Now the play fake. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Longhorns! And with that, they've got the lead here in the 2nd half. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. So a drive there of 85 yards. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. He'll keep it himself. Running to Green.
Really nice job by the defense that time, stopping the option. Everyone accounted for it. You saw the quarterback. He was holding it. He was running wider and wider out to the perimeter of the field. But this defense has really good speed. But they made that play because everybody was on the same page. Nice job.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. To the air, it's Sayin. Throws to the wideout. Complete in the middle. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. This noise, this crowd, and you can feel the jolt of energy going through the Buckeyes.
Well, everybody loves 5-yard runs, Reese, but come on, let's get real. When you're chucking the ball down the field and you got great quarterback play and wide receivers out wide that are making plays, fans go nuts, and the Horseshoe is one of the loudest places in all of college football.
Got him downfield. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. Deep shot for the end zone. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
Shoots it to the left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
Really nice job there as the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on third down, setting up first and goal.
And the Buckeyes have it in scoring position on first and goal. Here's the pressure. Got rid of it just in time. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only first down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
After getting nothing, it's second and goal from the 6. They'll run play action. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Great job by pass defense down here with their backs against the wall. They're doing a good job really constricting these windows for their quarterback to throw into and getting pressure on the QB, making them pay every time they drop the quarterback back to throw.
Now on third and goal, and that earlier sack left them with more ground to cover. Scanning the field, it's Sayin. The throw. Looking to get it in. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. The give to the tailback. Picks his way ahead. He'll get 5 out to the 17-yard line.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
The Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. There he goes. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So first down will open up the final period. Use the play fake, now to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Trying play action. He's got an open man. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
And the Longhorns have their offense in high gear. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
When you run this out route, you know you're starting to get close to the sidelines. I know I got to start slowing down and find a way to drag or get one toe, a pinky toe, a big toe, whatever I can inbounds. Nice effort, nice catch, way to keep something in bounds.
The give to the back. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wide receiver going in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. Just
breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the 4th. Caught in the backfield. It's Moore. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. To the air, it's Manning. Touchdown, Texas! They move on top here in the 4th.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Finds his tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Back to pass, it's Manning. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. This time he's got his man. That play won't make the highlight reel except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Tries to do it himself on the draw. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. Motion from the wide receiver. Caught in the backfield. It's Wingo. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Longhorns are flying down the field. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Here comes the heat. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Got it, looking for a first. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before we snap it.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
Sends it back in motion. Got room to work. Running with pace, changing speed, showing the moves. He's down to the 30. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Longhorns are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Manning. Grab near the marker, it's Moore. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices.
And I love the offense, man. Staying aggressive, doing what you need to do, pushing the ball down the field, still willing to throw the football late in this game. I just don't like the ending. Man, don't step out of bounds. Let that clock run. Try to get out of here with a W.
And after yet another 3rd down conversion, they've got it 1st and goal.
And this situation here on 2nd down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee.
A win is a win is a win. Victory formation, this offense ends the game. They didn't do much throughout the game. If I'm them, I'm probably taking that game ball and going and giving it to my defense. But they got the victory, get to take the knee, watch the clock run out.
What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.